This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Why not say yes and see what happens?
It's been fantastic meeting these women. It's been inspiring.
We're all in it together. You know, we'll fail together and learn together.
This is a moment that's going to mold you for the next phase.
The numbers of executive women are shrinking when it comes to senior leadership in many organizations. So that's just, it's not good enough. The value of WXN is just, you know, making sure that we are recognizing these women across Canada and really celebrating them.
We're at a very unique event. It's called Women on the Fast Track, and it's really to celebrate and to reward our Mercedes-Benz Emerging Leaders award winners. We've come up with 12 unbelievable women who have demonstrated thought leadership, who have been authentic in the way that they've approached their business, who have grown in their career, and who have really pushed boundaries.
We had no idea who each other were.
I expected women whose lives had followed a more tidy line.
We all come from very different backgrounds. We're all doing very different things.
I grew up in the north end of Winnipeg. I'm Korean and Anishinaabe. My experience of life has often been as someone who's having a very different experience than the mainstream. So it was really actually fascinating to meet some of the other award winners who have the same experiences of navigating issues of gender and race and really kind of quickly advancing careers.
This is Bertha Benz. She was the wife of Carl Benz, who invented the automobile. In 1886, Bertha Benz actually, without her husband knowing, snuck out the patent motor wagon out of their garage and took it on its first long-distance drive. And, you know, if you think about Bertha and at that time period and the vision and the innovative thinking that she had on that drive, she really has this foundation of the values that Mercedes-Benz was built on. And it's so important for us to continue to recognize and to celebrate women just like Bertha Benz. And we're so happy to be partnering with the WXN in order to do just that.
I think it's really an interesting parallel with receiving an award for powerful women and then go do something that I'm really not good at.
These are all very successful women in their own right and very driven and focused and intelligent women. The car doesn't care whether you're male or female. So it's really about skill set, it's about processing, it's about brain power and decision making.
I think there's this false idea, especially for women. I think we have an internal voice that tells us that for some reason the challenges that we face are unique to us and that maybe we're not good enough. And I think it helps to hear people say, it's very hard for everybody. Everybody screws up, everybody has these challenges.
I was one of the very few women on a trading floor of about 500 men. And I remember very early on in my career, they told me, you're great on all these metrics, but you're just not assertive enough. And it crushed me. You know, I know many of you probably, you know, you hear good things, but when you hear a criticism, you tend to zone in on that and think, oh my gosh, what can I do? No, you can't do this. It's a motivator, it's fire in the belly.
I probably get the majority of my inner drive from a recognition that the world has a long way to go. I really do believe in my heart of hearts in solving inequities across, you know, all of the lines. And so for me, it's really about taking my days and spending them wisely.
Very different. I have 2 boys at home. They're 4 and 5. They would be losing their mind right now. So I think this is suddenly going to make me a cooler mom.
I know that there's a
whole bunch of women behind me, beside me, and we all have to stand and be counted and be seen. I was enriched by those who came before me, and I feel very responsible for doing the same. Mentoring isn't just some nice word. If you're really sincere and authentic about it, and you make it not just an assignment, but a lifelong commitment, you can really change people's lives.
I've been very privileged to be mentored, to be brought in to a lot of these positions, and usually I'm the youngest, and usually a lot of the time I'm also the only female as well.
I think we look to the people around us to say it's okay to take a risk. If I've learned anything, I've learned that you have to display the confidence in the risk yourself. You have to wear that confidence so that you can galvanize others to take the risk with you.
It's really about learning every day. Every day I just realize how little I know and how more there's to learn.
You know, sometimes when you're at home, you forget how great it is to be in a room full of interesting women and people who are doing such interesting things and are passionate about what they do. That sisterhood of shared experience, that when you tap into it, it's really fulfilling.
I think WOXN was very smart in putting this category together because it really represents diversity of thought and new, fresh ideas from people who are ready to take action. You watch, there's some amazing things that are about to happen.